Hey, it's Ron with Successful Open Relationships. We're going to ask you the 60-second short videos in place of 5-minute deep dive videos, a single idea every day so that you can dive deep into these ideas that I share. And today what we're going to talk about is how do you recognize when a relationship has become serious? It's a good question, right? It's a question that a lot of people ask. How do I delineate or how do I recognize whether something is a fling or whether something is more serious or when something is definitely serious? Do I have a protocol for this? Do I have indications, things that have to be established so that I recognize, hey, that's a fling, or that's something that's not so serious, or something that's a little bit more serious, or is that something that's really serious that I should take seriously? So let's begin with that. Let's begin with the idea that, remember, a relationship is how entities interact and interface. This is going to come critically important as I explain the rest of this. It's how you interact and interface with things. My relationship with my pets is that they have a master-pet relationship that doesn't have to be explicitly communicated. My relationship with my friends is that we have a friendship relationship. And then there are particular individuals whom I have particular relationship dynamics. Each one particularly unique. Because they are individuals, you cannot have the same relationship with people in the same ways, in any particular way that's the same, because they are individual. Each human is an individual. In fact, there are no groups of people. There are only individuals that represent that group. They represent an idea which the group represents. There are only individuals with particular individual things. So, I am a propagator of open relationships. I think it's the best format of relationship. It goes over people's worries and concerns about, am I this category? Am I this level of seriousness in your relationship, in your partnerships with people? Remember, there are no two individuals who can be alike, you can have a same relationship with. Everyone will be different. Let's leave that alone for now. Just remember that every relationship is how you interact and interface with people. How then do you recognize when something is a little bit more serious or it's not so serious? Let's begin with a model. Let's begin with a question and then I'll give you a model. The question is a good one. It's a question you have to ask yourself. Are you ready for the question? Here's a question you must ask yourself, and you must answer it for yourself. Otherwise, you won't be able to communicate it. Remember, if you can't answer it for yourself, if you don't ask yourself the question, you're not going to be able to effectively and efficiently communicate it with other people. So here's the question. Very important. What must be established with somebody whom I'm interacting and interfacing with? Remember, someone whom you're in a relationship with? What's the delineation between whether they're merely a friend or fantastically a friend, or whether they are someone a little bit more serious in a sexual realm, in a romantic realm? Or what is a romantic partner? What is the delineation between a friend and a romantic partner? Or there is no delineation? Or what's something more serious? Or what's something that's certainly serious that I should be paying a lot of attention to and a lot of investment in? These are very important words that you have to recognize and apply into your questions. So review that part. What is that question and what is the answer to those questions? Let me give you an example of how I perceive things. I don't take anything seriously. I don't believe things merit that much seriousness, but I do take things sincerely and I take a lot of things sincerely more than most. If you follow me on Instagram or any of my social medias, you know that I love funny stuff. I love, my favorite kind of comedy is irony. And I post a lot of ironic stuff. Just check out my stories, I post a lot of funny shit. I never take things so seriously, but I take a lot of things sincerely. You can tell I'm a sincere person. The things I talk about, I'm very sincere about. But it's not so serious. A lot of people make the mistake, make the confounding mistake of something that is playful is something that is serious. Not recognizing that you can take things sincerely and playfully and lightly. When people imagine serious, they think heavy and not fun and not playful. And this is a very real delineation. To stay within our time frame, let's go over now the model. And the model goes like this. The model I propagate is the intimacy model of relationship. And it begins with the idea that intimacy is how well you know the person. How well you know the person is what intimacy is. A lot of people define intimacy as something more sensual or something that has nothing to do with intimacy. But actually, intimacy is irrefutably how well you know the person. Whether that's their vulnerabilities, whether that's with or without their clothes on, whether it's the deeper aspect of their minds, their wants, likes, desires, and fears, and what makes them happy in their life. That is intimacy. The more you build intimacy in the relationship, the more you build commonalities, and the more you know about the person, the more intimacy you build. And then the dynamic occurs, and where it can be merely platonic, a friendship, or it could be a sexual friendship. It could even be an intimate and significant relationship. And it could go to the ultimate platform, the ultimate format of relationship, which is very significant, and the ultimate relationship, which is the best friendship, which is intrinsic. Their happiness is intrinsic to your own. You love them so much that you want them to be happy, just the same happiness that you want for yourself. There is no greater love than that. The bogosity of you're my property, therefore you cannot love anything or anyone else, or you can't be in different places with anyone or anyone else, even in the same room with them, is absurd. Which is why I believe that an open relationship is the best format of relationship, because it propagates love, the genuine love. We'll talk more about this in another video. I probably went over in 5 minutes, but I'll see you next time. Bye.